Do it here.
What do you want?
Lorenzo,
What?
you look, I've left the apartment. If you want to leave that apartment and get back on the field, now's your chance.
Well, it's very kind of you, Barry. So very kind. But it's alright. We'll spend the night.
He's bunkering in for the night. What's the go?
It's getting a little bit late, you know.
You don't want to have a little tussle before we call it a night?
You know, we don't work that way, you know. We like to sleep on our problems. We don't jump into them head first, you know. It's not smart. It's stupid, as a matter of fact.
Jumped head first when you refused us access to the scrapyard, my man.
Yeah, and you refused us access to our fucking restaurant, so what's what, huh?
I didn't refuse you access.
Oh, you did. You said you got 1 hour to get you guys out of Vespucci. We don't want to see them in Vespucci. Isn't that not what you said?
That was once we agreed that you guys weren't
This
even
guy's like a big
considering to negotiate, to discuss.
We never
No,
we never
foot down-
refused you access to the scrapyard. We refused you employment once you fucking shoved your dick down our throats, right? we refused you the opportunity to have a guy working there. You guys want to come up there with your fucking trucks full of shit? Fine, business as usual. But we're not treating you no fucking differently. We fucking threw you a fucking hand. You threw it fucking right back with a little bit on top, which was a fucking dick move, Barry. It was a fucking dick move. But you know what? It's business as usual for us. We'll go on with our lives. You want to do what you want to do in Vespucci, that's fine. No harm, no foul, alright?
It's past that now, because I've got a business owner in my territory that we don't see eye to eye with, so that needs to get settled. And the fact that you weren't even considering, and now I'm going to keep bringing it up. I mean, Francis stood there with his head held up high. He was refusing to pay. We didn't even talk about amounts or fees.
No, we talked about amounts. You fucking brought up amounts, Barry. You said it's going to be equal to the fee that we was charging you, which was a fucking bargain. Something we don't do for nobody. We fucking was looking after you. We thought we was, you know, neighbors looking after each other. But no. You just want a little bit more. You got to be the bigger guy. You just want that little bit more than everybody else, you know. You got to show that you're on top, right? Isn't that right, Barry?
Somewhat, yeah.
That's the problem. You get your morals in line, all right? You figure out if you're a good guy or not. We'll talk in the future, all right? But
Lorenzo, if you're gonna have control over that market, you need to be able to deal with the consequences and the blowback and the people that you got to deal with than us. So some things are best to be discussed, negotiated. You can't just sit there and cross your arms and say, nah, regardless, it's going to be no.
Negotiating? We fucking negotiated. We had meeting after fucking meeting after meeting, Barry. We tried to help you out. We tried to give you the biggest advantage of fucking anybody else in this market, right? And you fucking decided to throw it back in the fucking faces. How the fuck do you think we feel right now, Barry? We gave you the opportunity to be a part of this business. Everybody else fucking happy to pay the fucking 400 grand a week because they know what they can get out of it. But you,
everybody else.
He's a good talker.
You saying you think we don't got employees at the scrapyard? Look, you go buy your hardened steel off somebody else who's gonna be buying it off one of our guys. It's fine. You spend the extra $1. We tried to help you out, all right?
You're under the impression that, you know what I mean, you're the only one trying to help the other party.
What, you think you're trying to help us by offering us protection? The only problem we had at the front of the shop was you, Barry.
Like I said, you brought that problem to your doorstep. Knowledge is power.
No, we brought a guest to our doorstep. You had a problem with that guest. You should have called us. And we would have fucking sent them outside that fucking second. But no, you decided to fucking get into a punch-up at the front of our fucking restaurant.
Your guest did wrong by you. Was quite aware that Vespucci was the place we call home. Didn't inform you. At the meeting there, and I spoke to him, and they decided to turn around and keep walking. So what happened. You brought that own drama to your doorstep.
Oh no! Don't you fucking turn that shit around on us, Barry. That's fucking bullshit. You're not that good with your words, alright? You're not that fucking good, alright?
Continuing to bring dramas to your doorstep.
You know what he wants.
You brought those dramas to our doorstep. You could have fucking one fucking phone call, Barry. That could have been fine. But no, you had to come with baseball bats and fucking guns to the front of our fucking restaurant, alright?
And then take
Don't
two
pull
of our
that shit with
guys.
this. Then you fucking take our fucking guys. You still don't make a phone call. You're all fucking hostile. Violence this, violence that. You're not. You want to see some fucking violence? We'll talk tomorrow, alright? Bye, Barry. Fucking asshole.
That's a boy. All right. So, anyways, talking about it all. We'll.